Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and I talk about all kinds of sewing and quilting related things here on YouTube. It is the week before Christmas. I was just coming in my sewing area to start working on a quilt that I've been working on the last couple of days. And it's a Christmas quilt because, of course, the best way to get ready for Christmas is to do a last minute Christmas quilt, right? What I'm working on today is a Christmas version of my Tiny Checkers quilt pattern. If you're interested in the quilt pattern, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. I have it available in a physical copy and PDF copy. It's a super easy, quick quilt pattern that you can make either as like a scrappy version with a jelly roll, or you can do more of a simple version, which is what I'm doing with just 3 fabrics for the entire quilt top. I picked a really pretty red, green, and silver combo. I will show you what I'm using actually. So I've already got half of my blocks made for this half. See, I've got all of my blocks made here. I used all Kona fabrics, Kona solids, and this is crimson. And then for the background color, I used silver. I really liked the combo. It's a little different than the regular kind of like bright Christmas red and bright white. So I kind of like the more muted. And then to go along with it, with the blocks that I'm making today, is I got Kona avocado, which I love. This is one of my favorite colors. I just really, really like this shade of green. I love green, and that's also going to have the silver as the background. So I think it's going to be a really beautiful quilt, and I'm very excited to make it. This video is going to be very kind of laid back. I'm just going to be showing you kind of my process of making the blocks. So if you're interested in this quilt pattern, but you're like, why would I pay money for that really simple quilt pattern? I show you a really cool way to make these blocks super quick. Included is also how to press the blocks, so you're not having to press every single block a whole lot of extra times, all the seams and everything. So it is really, really quick and easy to make. So I've already spent maybe like 4 hours on the quilt, including cutting time, because I cut all this fabric from yardage. Like I said, you can also use jelly roll strips. Let's get started here. First, I need to oil my machine because I have not oiled it recently, and that's not good. You're supposed to oil the machine that I have. I have the Juki TL 2010Q, and you're supposed to oil it kind of frequently. And I usually oil it in between days where I'm sewing, and I haven't oiled it in the last couple of times I've sewed, so that's not great. You're getting a little sneak peek at my expansive sewing area. So when I just turn my camera, you can see little Obi laying in bed, keeping an eye out on trucks that drive by and stuff. With this machine, I have 6 different spots where I need to oil it. Oh, it's dusty. That's the downside to working with some Kona solids. For some reason are super dusty. I don't really know why. I still love them. It's pretty much the only solid fabric that I use. Sometimes it is a little dusty. So I just have my handy dandy Zoom spout oil. Put just a drop of oil in each one of these spots real quick, and that's just going to help lubricate everything in my machine so it's working smoothly. If you want an in-depth video on how I clean and maintain this machine, if you're interested in it, I will leave that up in the cards above, and I'll also leave a link to it in the description box below. I've also done like a full review of this sewing machine. I love this machine. I've got nothing but good things to say about it, really. Now, put this away. I'm gonna turn my machine on and we're gonna get started. Like I said, this is gonna be kind of different from my normal videos. I just thought it would be fun to do more of a casual video and not just a straight up step-by-step tutorial. So yes, my bed is right next to my sewing space. This is my reality, okay? My sewing space is in the corner of my bedroom, and that's enough, and that's perfect. You do not have to have a big fancy sewing studio to be able to make beautiful quilts. You don't. Or to be able to make content like I'm making. You don't have to have a studio, with all the fancy lighting and all the fancy cameras and everything to make this kind of content. You don't. I am learning that, and that is a good thing. I know a lot of the big quilting YouTubers especially have super fancy everything. You don't have to have that to have fun, to make beautiful quilts, and to make videos, that people are learning from. So anyways, let's just move this back a little bit. Got so much stuff on my table right now. Oh my goodness. I need to do a little declutter session here pretty soon. All right. That's a pretty good shot, huh? Not bad. So I have all of my strips cut here. I took my yardage and I cut out 2.5 by with the fabric, which was 42, 44 inches wide. And then I cut those in half. Then I am left with a big pile of strips, which I will use for my blocks. So we just take two green and 2 silver, and we sew them all together. And that is how we make these blocks. Let me do this real quick. See, so we just sew them all together lengthwise, and then we alternate. So silver, green, silver, green, like that. Yeah, you just do this with all of them. Sometimes it's good to just have a really quick project to make like this. Sometimes you don't want to spend, half a year making a quilt. Sometimes you just want something that's quick to make and still looks amazing once it's done. And that's kind of what I'm working on this for. I just really wanted to make something else, and I wanted something Christmassy. I just realized this is a slightly crooked. I wanted to make another Christmas quilt. I have at least one. I've made other Christmas quilty projects and stuff. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a Christmas version of this quilt pattern that I made. I'm very proud of the quilt pattern. Yeah, I just thought it would be fun to make a Christmas version. And I love using just solid fabrics for quilts, and it looks a little more modern and clean, and I just really like the look of it. So that is one set of the strips, and we get 2 blocks out of each one of these strips. So I'm just gonna continue making a whole bunch of these. I'll record like a little time lapse thing while I'm doing it, so you're not having to sit through, an hour of me just sewing. Let's keep sewing, shall we?
Something's tugging at my sleeve. I do believe it's.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. So I got about 10 strip pieces pieced. They look beautiful. Now I'm going to press them, press the seams, so to make it easy for when I'm piecing the blocks in the next step to create these cute little blocks. I have to show you the back. The back of these blocks looks so good with those seams. Look how satisfying that looks with everything laying so flat. Everything laying so flat in both directions. It looks so good. So satisfying. I just love these blocks. I forgot to mention also that quilt pattern. I know I keep harping on it. I know. But I just love this quilt pattern so much. It's simple, but it's so cute. It's timeless. There's 5 sizes included in this thing. So you can make a baby quilt all the way up to a king. You can make it fairly quickly because of these little shortcuts that I show in the pattern. Yeah, if you're looking for a quick and easy last minute quilt to make, this pattern might be perfect for you. Am I saying that you could make a king size quilt before Christmas? Well, you could. You could if you're working every day on it a lot, but honestly, that would be kind of difficult to complete a king by Christmas time. I'm making a throw size. I started a couple of days ago. Like I said, I've put about 4.5 hours into the quilt, and I've already got half of my blocks pieced. They're done. They're ready to be sewn into rows. And now I'm working on the other half, and those, I'm hoping to have those close to done by today, if not today, tomorrow morning. So I will have this quilt done by Christmas, which I'm very excited about. I'll be able to snuggle under it while watching my favorite Christmas movies. Top 3 Christmas movies. Let me know your top 3 Christmas movies in the comment section down below. I'm very interested in this because everybody has, you know, their favorite movies, right? So my personal favorite Christmas movies are White Christmas, the old musical with Bing Crosby. I am a huge fan of musicals, show tunes, classic films. I love that stuff. So White Christmas, The Muppet Christmas Carol, because there is no other Christmas Carol that's worth watching. And my third favorite Christmas movie has got to be How the Grinch Stole Christmas, because I love Jim Carrey. He's hilarious. He's so bizarre and just hilarious. So I really like that one. I like the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I like the old cartoon one too, because you know we grew up watching that. But yeah, I really like How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's really funny. White Christmas though is the best Christmas movie because it's got music in it and Bing Crosby. So if Dean Martin had made a Christmas movie, which as far as I know, he has not. He did not. But if he had, then that would probably be my favorite because I love Dean Martin. Anywho, let me know your favorite Christmas movie in the description box below. Maybe I'll see something that I haven't seen yet and I'll have to try it. And I'll snuggle under my Christmas quilt while I'm watching it. I'm just going to keep on making these blocks. I'm very excited. I think these colors go really well together and it's going to be a very nice quilt that I'll be able to, you know, cherish and enjoy for years. Next year, I've got some really cool stuff coming up. I have the super exciting opportunity in January to be a Missouri Star Quilt Company partner or influencer for their company, which I am ridiculously excited about. I don't have a huge following. I mean, compared to everybody else that they have as their influencers or as their partners, you know, I'm a very small fish in a very large ocean, I feel. I'm gonna get to have a discount code for you guys in January, which I'm super excited about. It's really cool. They sent me some stuff to use for a special project that I'll be showing you in January. So I'm just really, really excited about that. I can't wait to show you. So if you want to see that, stick around, hit that notification bell so you are notified when those new videos come out. So I got all of my green and silver strips sewn together and then I pressed the seams and then cutting all of them into my little block pieces. So now I'm just piecing these together. I realized I could use chain piecing to save a little time on piecing these together. So I thought this could be a cool thing that I could show you how to do if you don't know how to do chain piecing. If you've never heard of it before, don't mind the hair. This is what I look like 90% of the time. Okay, this is what I look like. All right. Oh well. Chain piecing is basically when you are putting blocks together and you use the thread as a chain. So what I mean by that is I'm going to be taking 2 of these pieces. I sew them together so they're going to look like that. So I'm going to sew them together. Just put them right sides together. And for this block, I have to nest my seams, which is very easy to do since I pressed the seams the way that I did. So they nest together really well. So then I sew these together, and instead of cutting my thread, I just move forward a little bit, maybe half an inch to an inch, whatever works best for you. And then I get the next set and sew them. So then they're all together. So it kind of looks like a garland kind of. So I've already done that with a few so I could show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. It's still connected to my sewing machine. So this was my first set. Then I moved forward about an inch and then I sewed my next set and so forth. And you can just do this all like as long as you want. I've done several. This helps save on time and it's just really smooth. You can put on a movie or put music on and just go. I'm gonna be doing that. I'll show you me actually doing it just in case my explanation didn't make sense. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut my super long chain in half. I'm gonna snip it in the middle. So I've got 2 long chains then, and then I piece those pieces together to create this cute little block. It's really cute. I love this. And look how perfect my squares look. And it's just, I love it. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy for checkers, but I really like it. And then once I press my seams, see how nice that looks on the back right now? And then when I press my seams, it'll look like this, like the red and silver ones. So it lays really nice and flat when you go to quilt. It looks, I mean, they look perfect. My seams are nested, so they all line up perfectly. Just looks great. So that is what I'm going to be working on. I will work on that for a while here. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to work on this evening. It's getting a little dim in here. It's getting dark out there. Obi's taking her, you know, 3rd or 4th nap of the day. So yeah, it'll be time for dinner soon. And yeah, not sure how much longer I'll work on it, but then I'll work on it some more tomorrow. And I think I will probably be able to sew the quilt top together tomorrow. Let's do the chain piecing. I'm gonna put the camera down so you can see what I'm doing here. I've got my, like I said, I've got my 2 pieces here. I'm gonna make sure that my seams are nesting, and that means that they just fit together really nicely. And when I sew, the thread's going to push those seams down and have it lay really nice and flat. It's very satisfying when you get that to work properly. Do that. So I'm gonna sew. And then instead of cutting my thread there, I'm just gonna grab my next 2 pieces and continue on doing the same thing. And so on and so forth. And this is called chain piecing. So if you want to look it up, if you want to see other tutorials on it, that's how you do it. I'll probably do a more in-depth tutorial on this later on. But I was doing this and I realized, hey, I could be showing everybody this. When I first learned about this or saw this, I think I saw someone doing it on Instagram. And I just thought, what? That is so cool. How have I never heard of that before? That is so neat. So I was really excited to try it, and it really does cut down on time. And yeah, and it saves the blade in your machine. If you have the automatic cutter, it saves that a little bit of wear and tear. When you go to actually make your blocks, of course you are going to have to cut all those little threads. I just have my little pair of Singer snippers, and I just snip, snip, snip. Or I have another pair that's like spring loaded. So these are actually a lot easier. So see, they're like that. You look like that, and it's just snip, 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 and it goes really fast. I'll just plop and watch a YouTube video or something while I'm snipping, and it really doesn't take that long. I will do another little time-lapse thing and show you how I am doing the chain piecing a little bit longer here. And then I think I'll probably wrap up the video there. That'll probably be a good breaking point. And then the part 2 of the video, which will go out Christmas Eve maybe. I think that might be kind of fun. Release a video on Christmas Eve. We'll see. Let's get back to doing some chain piecing. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But like I said, I probably will do a more in-depth tutorial about it, just so it's very clear and you have that reference for later on. So let's get to sewing.
Christmas is cold outside, but I'm warm within, 'cause Christmas time is here.
Well, that is it for this video. I got some more chain piecing done. I'm about halfway through, I think, with that. So I will continue that tomorrow, and I will show you the process of me making the rest of the quilt. It probably won't be like a tutorial type thing, but I will still show you the process, and we will see how that turns out on Christmas Eve, right? Hopefully I get it done by then. Wouldn't that be Embarrassing. But this is kind of holding me accountable to actually get it done in time, right? Yeah, just thank you so much for watching this video. It's a little different from what I normally do, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to do kind of a hang out with me and sew type video thing. Let me know if you liked it. If you didn't, let me know, so I won't do any more like this, because I'm really trying to make videos that everyone likes watching. So yeah, just let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Don't stress. You're gonna get everything done for Christmas that you need to get done. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna have a great family time, and it's gonna be wonderful. Just thank you all very much for your constant support and kind words and everything. And I am very thankful for you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.